I can finally make some meals. And the meal I'd like to make today is a wonderful spinach pasta with a garlic, ginger, turmeric kind of sauce. It's on the menu for me because it's amazing for the microbiome. And this is going to continue my series for the microbiome. I'm probably going to only make 8 of these because by the time I finish 8 videos, different meals, you're going to need to know, you'll know pretty much everything you need to know about the microbiome. Essentially, the microbiome is very important because I was at a point where I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't eat broccoli, I couldn't eat meat. I had to work from sweet potatoes and build up my digestive tract from there. There was a time I was open up to all of this because I had a client once who had a very similar problem. And she brought in her own nutritional oil because her body couldn't absorb nutrients. She absorbed her nutrients from her skin. Opened my mind to a whole like I didn't even know that was possible. So the microbiome is not just about producing short chain fatty acids and knowing how to mix black pepper with turmeric so its anti-inflammatory properties can be more absorbed. Here we go. There's a lot to go in here. So let's get to this.
What we got here is a homemade spinach pasta, topped with a lot of roasted garlic. But the sauce, the secret's in the sauce. We got a garlic, ginger, lemon, pepper, tahini sauce. It's amazing, and I can't wait to tell you all about it.
Okay, let's do this. Let's get back into the microbiome, the way that I always really wanted to. Microbiotic dish that is a powerhouse for clearing out the digestive, or clearing out and empowering the digestive system. It's a microbiotic ecosystem, and it needs to be alive, not processed. But we need to be able to absorb it all. Which I found always pretty amazing. You can eat a lot of protein, but if your body isn't in the right condition, it's not going to properly absorb it. And stress calls for the release of sugar, because when we're stressed, we're usually being chased by something that wants to eat us. And so we need to move. When we're stressed, we need energy. That pumps out sugar. That's also why when we're stressed and we eat sugar, it kind of helps take away the stress, because it's already getting the result that the stress is trying to create. So if you are stressed, have a little something sweet. Now we're going to take the spinach and we're going to put it into the ice cold water. What do I know? Right in that cold water. I forgot to get ice. Now, of all the ingredients to forget, when you go somewhere You see, I'm going to have what you're having. You're kind of saying, I want to sync up with you. That's really kind of what's being said there. I like you. Let's sync up a little bit. I want to be in the same state that you are. Isn't that something? On a microbiotic level, that's what we're really saying. Let me share the same space you are. You feel the same, the chemistry's the same, and what's generally going to happen is you're going to think the same. Because those signals are going to be firing the same way too. Well, most of the time, right? Because the person's their microbiome beforehand, meeting up with the other person's microbiome, so no, maybe not. But after a while, living with the person, exchanging the microbiome, there's a bonding on a biological level. I think that's actually kind of cool. This might need a lot of paper towels. There's a lot more paper towels than I thought. See, that's a big thing about turmeric. So, when you have turmeric or you're cooking with turmeric, please add some black pepper. All right. It's probably better to mix the eggs with the spinach first before putting the eggs in and everything with the flour. That's it's part of the process. It's to know that not everything's going to be perfect, and that's okay. Because you wanted to get it into the green zone. I would prefer to have gloves. Because we're going to make a mess. You're taking these ingredients and you're making a transformation out of them. And they come together in this wonderful blend, and it's going to do these wonderful things for your body. Like, you could take these things from the earth and make amazing things from it. How? Yeah, no, I'm gonna go to McDonald's. This is where the heart really starts to come in. So I'm bonding with this thing now. So I can tell where my hands start and where the food starts. We're going to turn this dough into pasta because I'm just going to heat that up for a little bit. Now, we have different methods. Some people like to mix everything all together and then make a blend, and it's good. That's fine. I like to heat up the oil and then put some of the grated turmeric, garlic, and ginger, and just heat it up a little bit first. I like to warm it up and then mix everything in there and turn off the heat, add the apple cider, and then put everything into a blender afterwards. After I let it This is the magic. When it comes to nutrition, it's the microbiome. When it comes to functionality, it's the microbiome. When it comes to our cravings, it's the microbiome. When it comes to our health, our stamina, our clarity, microbiome. Our first video on the microbiome for today. The apple cider vinegar and the lemon is going to help us break down proteins and utilize the proteins better. The curcumin is found in the turmeric. The piperine is found in the black pepper. Those two combinations together allow the uptake of the curcumin and the inflammation to be reduced significantly. There's a lot of combinations with that when it comes to food. And we're gonna go over a good amount of it. All right, thanks for joining me today. Till next time. You go into a place within yourself. See. So we got robots now. Let's make that a great thing. Let's not say, oh, they're going to take our jobs. Be like, oh, great, I can start creating them. I'm free. You're free. And years ago, we would be born into a trade, or we would have to learn a trade that's in demand. If you were a shoemaker, if you were a blacksmith, and you had a kid, the kid would probably be a blacksmith. Not a lot of room there. But as years go on, there's this liberating freedom that we have. We're right at takeoff. What you can make, the light in you. Things are happening fast now, and I'm seeing, I want to see us grow and expand, not fall asleep. Because my future depends on you. Our future depends on each other.